Beneath the vibrant culture and sweeping landscapes of Mozambique lies a stark reality, a nation facing a growing crisis of political violence. In recent years, elections have become battlegrounds, marked by unrest, fear, and uncertainty. Today, Mozambique stands divided not just by political rivalry, but by the violent consequences of unchecked power. Election violence is an increasingly troubling reality. In recent elections, reports of voter intimidation, armed clashes, and suppression tactics have spiked. The stakes are high: control over a nation with rich natural resources, significant gas reserves, and a strategic location in southern Africa. Much of the conflict is rooted in tensions between Mozambique's two dominant political parties, the ruling Frelimo and the opposition Renamo. Former civil war adversaries, these parties now clash in the political arena. Allegations of vote rigging and intimidation, as well as targeted violence toward opposition supporters, cast a dark shadow over the democratic process. On election day, fear often lingers in the air. Polling stations are heavily patrolled by armed security forces, adding to the anxiety for many citizens. In some regions, reports indicate that security forces have pressured or intimidated voters, particularly those believed to favor the opposition. Voting, a fundamental right, has become fraught with risk. In the aftermath of elections, frustration and distrust spill into the streets. Mozambicans protest, demanding transparency and accountability. Yet, peaceful demonstrations have frequently been met with force, tear gas, mass arrests, and, tragically, even casualties. For many, casting a vote has come to feel more like a gamble than a civic duty. The violence has not gone unnoticed on the global stage. Human rights organizations have condemned the government's response to protests. The African Union and the United Nations have called for peace and fair elections, yet so far, little change has reached the people on the ground. For the people of Mozambique, the stakes are profoundly personal. Families are fractured, communities destabilized, and the future feels uncertain. Many citizens wonder if their voices will ever be truly heard, or if they'll remain at the mercy of those in power. As Mozambique grapples with this crisis, the world watches, hopeful for peace yet prepared for further unrest. We invite you to follow this unfolding story, to bear witness to Mozambique's challenges, and to raise awareness. Only by shedding light on these issues can we stand in solidarity with those who seek change.